Welcome to your bonus episode of the time value of money. And this is where we are going to take another look at calculating a house payment, a mortgage payment. This is not, you don't have to know this for any test, for anything for this class, but I thought it might be useful in case you do someday take the spreadsheets that we've worked on and you do go to buy a house so that you don't think that I have given you some bad information. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my Excel spreadsheet. Here we go. So this is where we calculated our house payments on the three houses, right? And this monthly payment here, this is just the principal and interest. This is what the bank gets. You will also have to pay property tax and insurance. And if you get a bank loan, they usually, I think always, but maybe not always, they do what's called an escrow account. And so what they're going to do is they're going to collect the property tax and the insurance, and then they're going to make those payments for you. So once a year or twice a year, they'll pay your insurance company. Twice a year, they'll pay your property taxes out of this escrow account. And they do that because while there's a loan on the house, they want to make sure that you're actually paying your insurance. So if the house burns down, they'll get their money back on the loan, the bank, they being the bank. And if you, they want you to pay your property taxes, because if you don't pay your property taxes, then the county can actually foreclose on your house and sell it to recover the property taxes. So the bank doesn't want anything that happening. Once your house is paid off, then you're kind of on your own. But most of us are going to have a house payment for a while. All right, so we've calculated our payment of principal and interest, and just because these negative numbers irritate me, I'm just going to make them positive, even though we know they're a cash outflow. Okay, so first is the property tax. So this is actually going to depend on where you live, and if there's any county or local taxes they've put on this. But a good number to go by that's worked for me is going with about 1.25%. So I'm just going to take the value of my house, which is going to be the selling price, and multiply it by 0.0125. And that's going to tell me my annual property tax. And actually, I'm going to add a few lines here because I forgot. That's going to be my annual property tax. So my monthly property tax is going to be this divided by 12. Okay, so I'll go ahead and copy that over for all three of our examples. So that's how much I'm going to pay monthly. Okay. So that's going to how much I'm going to pay annually for property tax down here and monthly for property tax. This will go up. So under the current Prop 13, they can raise the value, the taxable value of your house 2% a year. If that gets repealed at some point, then that could go up dramatically because they could do the market value of your house. But right now they're limited to raising the value of your house by 2%. So this 450 times 1.02. So the value next year would be 459, and it would go up a little bit after that. Okay, so that's going to impact your property taxes. But for kind of figuring out of the gate what your payment's going to be, this should be useful. The next thing is your insurance. So monthly insurance. All right, so this you probably want to call and get a quote, and you can do that ahead of time with your insurance agent. It all depends on the size of your house, if 1-story or 2-story, if it's on a raised foundation or a slab, all kinds of things go into this. But a good placeholder number is that it's going to be about $1,000 a year. Okay, maybe it'll be 1,200, maybe it'll be 800, but it's not a bad estimate to get you close, and it's not going to impact your payment by a whole lot. Okay, so my monthly insurance then is going to be my annual insurance divided by 12. So then my total monthly payment is going to be the sum of the principal and interest, plus the property tax, plus the monthly insurance. So for Simon and Myrna, house 1 would be $2,069.86. House 2 would be $2,290.50, and house 3 would be $1,849.13. Obviously, if interest rates change, 3% is an awesome interest rate. They could go up at some point, but they've been low for quite a while. So anyway, you can see there's a big difference there, and mostly due to the property tax. So I just wanted to show you this so that you weren't like, oh, I can afford that house. It's only $1,500 a month, and then you get your first mortgage payment and it's $2,069, and you're like, what? Professor Black done me wrong, and it's really the county that's done you wrong. No, it's good to pay our property taxes. They pay for a lot of good things. All right, that's your bonus episode, and I will see you later.